So today we are here as Jubilee Parliamentary Party. Jubilee Parliamentary Party comprises of 28 MPs, 5 senators and 1 Yala MP, with a direct sovereign mandate from Kenyans to represent the interests of Kenyans and Jubilee members in Parliament and to address Kenyans on the state of the nation. And the onset, I want to say that we as the nominated or the elected members of Parliament from Jubilee Party have the full mandate to address our issues. And so any other person purporting to address issues on behalf of this group, they do not have our mandate. On 27 September 2023, the party, with the approval of the NEC, submitted its memoranda to the National Dialogue Committee. The issues we submitted were on the cost of living and implementation of Article 43 of the Constitution, issues of gender inclusivity, enforcement of Article 43 on the demonstration and picketing, the issue of leader of official position, the constitution of IBC and boundaries review, the issue of GAF, CDF, and other funds from the Senate, Oversight Fund and World Development Fund, and multi-party democracy, and the parliamentary group endorsed the memorandum. Today, on 30th November, the Jubilee Parliamentary Group met and engaged in a comprehensive review of the National Dialogue Committee report. We had our lawyers to brief us, and we wanted to really and fully understand the report. We commend the committee for its diligent efforts in addressing critical issues affecting our nation and for championing the use of dialogue as means of resolve of our differences. The report, as we have gone through it, reflects the immense progress achieved in tackling the identified issues of concern, underscoring the significance of dialogue in fostering unity and togetherness as opposed to violence and hate. And members of the press, I just want to mention that we as Jubilee Party members decided not to go the demonstration way. We called for dialogue, we called for peace, and so this group here is very happy today that the two groups found it necessary to engage in dialogue, and now we can see the fruits. And we are very, very happy that they have followed what we said. We don't want violence, we didn't want demonstrations, but we wanted people to speak and have a dialogue. The National Dialogue Committee has exemplified true nationalhood and patriotism, transiting entrenched political divisions to pave the way for compromises essential to our nation's progress. This pivotal movement underscores the inherent strength found in dialogue over the discord, emphasizing that a nation united in dialogue is infinitely stronger than one divided by strife. While acknowledging the gains made in the report, we recognize that further work remains. Pertinent matters pertaining to the economy, more so touching on the governance and state capture that entrenched deep-rooted corruption and regrettable events at Bomas of Kenya on the 15th of August 2022, where there was a deliberate attempt to usurp the will of the people on the choice of the president, demand continued attention so that we do not have a repeat of this. As Jubilee parliamentarians, we distance ourselves from the forces and affirm that their efforts will fail miserably since they don't mean well for Kenyans. Likewise, a relook into Article 37 of the Constitution on demonstrations and picketing. This issue was not addressed by the Dialogue Committee. And I just want to mention that we had said if you call for a dialogue, you should manage the people for demonstrations. You should manage the people you call for demonstration. If there is any damage caused, then the person should bear the cost. The violent scenes and destruction of property in the guise of demonstration needed to be addressed by this committee. As elected leaders on Jubilee Parliamentary Party ticket, we are committed to spearhead discussion on these pressing issues and encouraging Kenyans to engage in constructive discourse. The unity and consensus reached on a majority of issues are commendable. This despite spirited effort by some to derail the process. We commend the committee for remaining steadfast, unwavering, and overcoming those who want to drag the nation backwards. It is disturbing for us and disheartening that certain individuals sought to disrupt, scatter, and derail this noble cause. And so we denounce unpatriotic actions, especially from individuals who sought to associate themselves with the Jubilee Party. Such disruptive agendas have no place in our vision for a united Kenya. And as a Jubilee Parliamentary Party, we support the efforts that so far we have seen with the committee. Jubilee Party upholds the belief that no issue is unsurmountable where a nation unites, sets aside differences, and engage in meaningful dialogue. Kenya belongs to all the 50 million citizens, and no individual should hold our collective progress hostage. The Jubilee Party remains committed to fostering unity, peace and progress through dialogue, standing firm to undermine our nation's stability and prosperity. That is why you see our symbol as Jubilee is dove. We extend our heartfelt appreciation to the National Dialogue Committee chairs, that is Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah and the former Vice President Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, for steering the nation towards dialogue and nationhood. We also thank the President, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, and Azimio leader, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, for establishing this committee, enabling the nation to resolve its issues through dialogue rather than discord. As Jubilee will continue supporting the implementation of report in Parliament and encourage all Kenyans to support all efforts toward a more peaceful, progressive Kenya. Jubilee as a parliamentary party shall be an integral part of the implementation process as that largest parliamentary party. So you notice that we submitted our memorandum, but we were not part of this dialogue, but we support. And we have agreed as a parliamentary party that we will now engage in a higher gear to make sure that the next process, we are part of it, we are going to be involved, and we are not going to be left behind. We want to say in no uncertain terms that this statement represents the position of Jubilee Party and urge our members to ignore any other pronouncement made on this report. We thank you, members of the press, for coming. Asanteni sana. God bless Kenya and God bless Jubilee Party. Thank you very much.